Hi guys, Amy here, your Norwex independent consultant. I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is going to be about the Norwex Mop. Mop is life at Norwex. So our mop comes in two different colors. It comes in a beautiful Nordic Naturals, which is the gold one. It's the one I have. And it also comes in green. So I like his and hers, or hers and his, whichever one you want. So a couple cool things about the mops. The little ball at the top swivels. It is also made to get scuffs off your floor. The little ridge right here is great if you're mopping and you need to answer the door, or you need to get a child. You can hang the mop up while you're running around doing what you need to do in between mopping, and so that the wet mop pad just doesn't sit there on your floor. So it also has a telescopic handle. So the telescopic handle means that you can adjust the height. So there's two different locking mechanisms on the Norwex mop. Depending on what mop you have, I will show you both of them, because a lot of people ask me, like, how do I adjust the mop once I get it, or they, maybe it's stuck in place, something like that. So I just want to do a quick tutorial to show you how to adjust your mop. First of all, there's two different locking mechanisms depending on when you get your mop. So this is the larger one and this is the smaller one. There's nothing better or worse about either one of them. They're just two different locking mechanisms. So I'm going to show you how to adjust the mop, because you adjust it differently for each of them, for each of the locking mechanisms. So for this larger locking mechanism, what you're going to do is so like right now I have the mop about chin height, and that's where you want it when you're going to mop your floor. So, but let's say your child wants to help, or you want to lower it. Hold on to the mop with one hand here, put your feet on the bottom, grab the center part and turn it to the right. And it's kind of a firm, grip and like a little jerk. So that will loosen it up so that you can adjust it to the height you want. So let's say you want it, maybe right here. You grab the center, jerk it to the left. It's a nice firm turn, not so much a jerk, maybe like a firm turn. So again, hold this in place. You're not turning the handle and you're not turning the base. Grab this, turn to the right to loosen it, and then left to tighten it. Okay, now the other locking mechanism, so that was the larger one. So the other locking mechanisms, the smaller one, it does work different. So here's how to adjust this one. Again, you're going to put your feet on the mop base. So this time, if you have the mop with the smaller locking mechanism, you're not going to grab this one. You're going to hold the mop like this, and you're going to have a more gentle turn with the handle. So see, I just turned the handle, now I've loosened it, and when you get it to the height you want, you turn the handle and you tighten it up. If you accidentally tighten it up too much, it's stuck into place, you can just give it a little bit of a jerk and you can usually get it out of that spot. If you do have a problem, you can comment on this video and I will help you. But again, the smaller one here, you just turn the handle, where the other one you don't turn the handle. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the mop pads that come with them. So both mops come, whether you're getting the blue one or the gold one, both mops come with two mop pads. You're going to get a dry mop pad and a wet mop pad. If you get the gold mop, you're going to get mop pads that match that mop. So that would be this kind of gold color, which I really love. This is the mop I have. So your dry mop pad works on static electricity. So it works like a magnet. It's going to pick up all of your small particles, things you didn't even know were on your floor, dog hair, crumbs, and any of the bigger things you can just push in a little pile. And when you're ready to clean this one off, what I do is I use our rubber brush, okay? And you just hold the mop pad over a trash can with our rubber brush, which has many uses. and you just gently push the debris that's on your dry mop pad right into the trash can. So what's great about that is that as you're pushing it off, it kind of balls up, so it's not, the dust isn't flying everywhere. It's just really convenient. Okay, now the wet mop pad. Let's talk about the wet mop pad. It is the equivalent of an Enviro cloth for your floor. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know the Enviro cloth is the heart and soul of Norwex. The Enviro cloth will clean your counters, your toilets, your kitchen, whatever you need. It will remove all grease, grime, dirt, everything that you can see, and then all the things that you can't. So up to 99% of bacteria. So that's what the mop pad will do, the wet mop pad. It's going to clean all the debris off your floor, as well as up to 99% of bacteria. So that old saying, my floor's clean enough you can eat off of it, it would be with the Norwex Mop. Both mop pads can be thrown in the washer to wash. You can wash it with your other Norwex. It has a very smooth Velcro, so it's not going to catch on anything. It's not going to snag your other cloths. Wash it in the washer on hot with a filler-free laundry detergent, and then throw it in the dryer. If you're just using it a little bit throughout the week, you don't need to wash it because it does have our back lock in it. Our back lock is our micro silver. The micro silver is embedded into both pads, and the micro silver is EPA approved to destroy any bacteria that's left in the cloths or in the mop pad. So what you want to do when you rinse it out, maybe I'll back up. When I'm ready to mop, I'm going to run a faucet over this and get this completely saturated with water. And then I'm going to wring it out over the sink so that it's not dripping. I'm going to give it a nice wring, and then I'm going to put it on the bottom of my mop to clean the floors. When I'm done cleaning the floors, if my mop pad's just a little dirty, I'm just going to run it back under the sink with warm water, and I'm going to use our PAR method, so press, agitate, and rinse. I'm going to kind of rub it on itself, and then I'll wring it out, and then I will let it air dry. So I'm going to go back to the back lock. The back lock is embedded into this cloth, and the back lock is our micro silver. It's in our cloths for self-purification. So if there's any bacteria left in the mop pad after I've rinsed it out, the micro silver will go to work to penetrate the cell wall of the bacteria and render it helpless. So by the time it dries, so within 24 hours, you're going to have a fresh, clean mop pad that's going to be free of any bacteria if you did collect any. I know in my house, like I said, I have a dog. And so she's going in and out, going to the bathroom. She's definitely bringing in bacteria on our floor. So this does a great job of removing that. And then the mop pad self-purifies. So I know that each time that I do mop throughout the week, I'm not going to be, that the bacteria is going to be destroyed. And then I just wash it in the washing machine. Like I said, once a week, usually on Saturday with the rest of my Norwex, and it doesn't catch or snag on anything. So I showed you the locking mechanism and the two pads. Now, if you do get the blue-green mop, it is going to come with two different colored pads. It's going to come with a blue wet pad and a yellow dry pad. Works identical, they're just different colors to match a little bit better. Another feature of the mops is that they can either swivel, okay? So you have a locking mechanism back here. See how it's down? So when it's down, the mop swivels. And when it's up, it's fixed. So the mop pad will not move. So I have customers who even use the wet mop pad to clean siding, to clean their, campers, to get all of that debris off of it and the bacteria as well. Another thing that I want to show you is that we do have two optional mop pads that you can get. It is our Chenille Mop Pad. This works great for my family because we do have a really furry dog, and I will oftentimes use this one first and get the bigger dog hair and things like that. If there's bigger crumbs, I'll use our Chenille Mop Pad real fast before I go in with the dry mop pad. This is a great pad. works like a magnet, holds on to all of that stuff. And then we also have a tile mop pad. So if you have some stone tile, some stonework, bigger tiles, and you want to get a pad that's made specifically for tile, this would be the pad for you. You can also use this in your shower. If you have a tiled shower, you could use the locking mechanism like I showed you before so that it doesn't swivel. Add this mop pad and clean your tiled shower. Works really well. Something else I wanted to note is that the mop does come in a mini mop size and the full size. The full size is the one I've been showing you. The width is about twice the size of a Swiffer. So our mini mop pad here's our mini mop pad. And here's the full size mop pad. Okay, I'll stand back a little bit. So the mini mop pad I love. You can actually buy this base separately, and you can convert your full-size mop to a mini mop. And a couple great features about this is that you can also get a multi-purpose handle, which is only $9, and you can put it on the base of the mini mop pad or mini mop head here. And you could use this to clean like the tile shower like I mentioned, or if you're working on, a camper or something else. This is just great, a great little gadget. Now, the mini mop does have a number of optional pads. It also has a chenille pad, also has a tile pad, so just like the full size I showed you, and of course the wet and the dry. And both of our mops also can be purchased with, you can purchase this mop pad with them as well, which is our window mop pad. So this works really well, especially if you have some high windows. So those are our optional mop pads. I personally have the bigger mop, and then I bought the mini mop pad base so that when I'm cleaning my bathrooms, around toilets and things like that, I'm able to just swap the size, and that way I don't have to get on my hands and knees and clean bathroom floors anymore. So that's great. Another feature of our mop is that at Norwex, everything works together, which is great. So for example, this is one of my favorite things. It's our Enviro wand. Our Enviro wand can be folded and contorted in a number of different ways to clean ceiling fans and shelves. But a great feature, because everything does work together, is that you can attach this to the bottom of your mop. So this easily snaps off, and then you just put it right on the mop. So very easy. We also have a squeegee attachment and some other things. But even with this on here, let's say you were working on some ceiling fans that were really high, or like a loft shelf. It's a very light device. So you're not going to hurt yourself, hurt your shoulder, or anything like that. So I love that feature. And then I think those are the main things. The last thing I do want to mention is that I also will use our laundry detergent. And especially when I first got the mop. When I first got the mop, I was recovering, from like the Swiffer and the Bona that I had been using for years. And so I had a lot of debris on my floor, a lot of that sticky stuff. So what I did is, and you want to wash your Norwex and your mop pads in a good laundry detergent that's filler free, and it needs to say filler free. The Norwex detergent's great. It's highly concentrated. You only need a teaspoon for a full load if you have a high efficiency washer, a tablespoon if you have a regular washer. But this isn't just good for laundry. This is good as an all-purpose cleaner. You can put a tablespoon of this in a so this is a 30-ounce container of water, a spray bottle of water. And so I'll use this on my floors, especially in the beginning when I was recovering from all the other stuff I had been using for so many years. I would spray this on the floor as I was wet mopping, and it would help lift all of that stuff up that had been on there for years. And I tell you what, over the course of mopping my floors 3 or 4 times, I was able to lift off 10 years of product that I had just saturated my floors with, and my floors look beautiful now. And I know that it was because of the mop pad, of course, but also having a nice all-purpose cleaner made out of the Norwex laundry detergent. So that concludes my mop video. I hope this is helpful. If you do have any questions at all, please comment below. You can get our mop for free if you sign up as a consultant. Most of my clients who do host virtual parties with me, we do them over Facebook. Most of my clients who have a party with me end up getting the mop for free. They buy it with their host dollars. It's just an amazing addition to your tool belt. So I hope you have a lovely day, and let me know if you have any questions at all.